From the directors of Insaf Mentions and Legends of a Black Flag comes CII Studios production 313 Star Lane, directed and produced by Imran Ismail. This episode is a podcast on our website. The Sahaba radiallahu anhum are like guiding stars. Whichever one of them we follow, we shall be guided. Whoever loves them loves Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah looked into the hearts of all mankind and handpicked each one to be in the company of His beloved Rasul. The object of this series is to create and revive the love for the companions of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No doubt that will help us dispel the darkness of all current fitnas. May Allah accept this effort and forgive all its shortcomings.
Just come home. Sit down there, Aisha. And don't show me your 10-pound face. I feel like hitting you black and blue.
You act like you so pious. But this is how you treat your child. I'll report you to child abuse.
Be my guest. This is why I told your father, don't give you a phone. We think the Mulanas are overdoing it when they tell us not to have a TV in the house, not to give our children phones. But we thought that our children will die without it.
What's going on here? What's so urgent?
Sit down before you hear this, Umar. Your daughter, Aisha, got married. Secretly.
Get out of my house! Out!
No, Daddy, no! Please don't do this!
How could you disgrace me like this? How? You couldn't find anyone better than that trash? Asma, give her things and tell her to get out. I don't want to see her face.
But where will I go? I don't have anywhere to go.
Umar, calm down.
Calm down? You were eating my head about how this is my fault. Doesn't she have brains? Now you're telling me to calm down. What do you want me to do? Accept what she's done? And that too, to a boy who's not our kind. Call his parents now. Aisha, do they know about this?
No.
Then who were the witnesses to the nikah? You think nikah is a joke, Aisha?
2 of his friends and Fatima.
What? Ya Allah, I can't take this anymore. I thought Fatima was a good friend for you. I didn't know she will help you to do something so evil.
والمؤمنون والمؤمنات بعضهم أولياء بعض.
And the believers, men and women, are protecting friends of one another.
يأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر ويقيمون الصلاة ويؤتون الزكاة ويطيعون الله ورسوله.
They enjoin the right and forbid the wrong.
How on earth were you managing to meet him? Tell me the truth, Aisha, or I'll let your father throw you out.
From my window. I used to jump out when you guys were asleep or when you thought I was at Fatima's place.
What? And where did you meet him?
At maths tuition. I just wanted to do the right thing, Mom. We didn't want to commit haram and zina. That's why we made nikah. Can't you look at it the right way?
Shut up! Just get out from here now.
All the rules only apply to me. What about Uthman? He has 5 girlfriends and he didn't make nikah to any one of them. That's worse. Or it's just because I'm a girl, so only I must get punished.
ولا تقربوا الزنا إنه كان فاحشة وساء سبيلا.
And do not come near adultery. It is a shameful deed and an evil, and opening the road to other evils.
Allah is just, Allah is merciful, Allah is kind, Allah is all-wise. I understand that society might feel that when a lady does something, it is worse. But in the eyes of Allah, it's the same, eh? That is why the punishment for all major crimes is the same for men and women in Sharia. All those people who say Islam is unjust to women, they should look at how Allah equally gives the hud. It's not less for a man. People might feel it's not a bad thing when their sons do something wrong. But when we regard something as insignificant, then it becomes a major sin in the court of Allah.
Come on, ask me something, Sheikh. Look at me. Stop ignoring me, please. That sucks.
Ali, read the next narration.
Once Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu and Umar radiallahu anhu, along with Sa'ad bin Malik, came to see Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam while Aisha radiallahu anha was sitting behind him. Usman bin Affan then asked permission to enter. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam asked Aisha to move away and then allowed Usman radiallahu anhu to enter. After he had left, she asked Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam that how come when the other Sahabas come in, he didn't ask her to move away, nor did he make sure his clothes were covering his legs completely, as he did when Usman radiallahu anhu entered.
Listen carefully to this reply, boys, so you will understand who Uthman bin Affan radiallahu anhu was and how Islam values haya. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied to Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu anha, why should I not be shy in front of that person, in front of whom even the angels are shy? Understand, boys, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam then went on to explain to his beloved wife that had Uthman radiallahu anhu entered and she was sitting near to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Uthman would have never have spoke or raised his head. Where's our modesty? Uthman?
Yes. Ji Sheikh.
I was just saying the name of Uthman radiallahu an, thinking of how different it would be as Muslims if we can only guard the gaze and guard our hearts.
Check how Sheikh was dissing me there. I mean, I know I messed up, but he's giving me the cold shoulder so bad, I'm getting frostbite.
You know Sheikh holds you in high regard. So obviously, whatever he found will disappoint him more.
When I was in school or at uni, I didn't really care whether my professors had time of day for me or not. But this stings as if my own father was ignoring me. Not that I can ever imagine him doing that. He doesn't even ask me why I came home late.
That's the beauty of madrasa. Because you're mating for the sake of Allah. You have a special attachment. I felt the same with the brothers I spent time with in the path of Allah.
Uthman, come outside. I want to see you for a minute.
Yes, Ji Sheikh. There were two ways to go here. Either I could defend myself and clear my name, or I could just say, I'm sorry.
I would have ignored you for more than 3 days if it was permissible. I wouldn't have even bothered to talk to you if you got defensive and tried to blame the other guys. I know that you bought a phone from one of the other guys after yours got lost. And whether all that filth was already stored on it or you put it, Allah knows best. However, if he had downloaded all that before, was it not your duty to delete it?
Ji Sheikh, I'm sorry.
I know Mulana Abu Bakr gave you a tough time, though the other guys were caught with worse stuff. But don't let that get you down. Some boys will get caught for the smallest things, and some can get away with murder in madrasa. You have to focus on your goal, understand?
Ji Sheikh.
If we can't be good and have modesty while studying, Uthman, what kind of ulama will we turn out to be? Will we be fit enough to be leaders?
No, Sheikh.
And drop all the girlfriends, Uthman. Even if you have to reduce it to just chatting, stop it completely. The noor and barakat is taken away from ilm. Maybe you're the sharpest kid in class, but your heart will struggle to connect with Allah Ta'ala. And that's the point of ilm. You know, we think random chit-chat and joking online with ghair mahrams is okay. It's not. Wallah, it's not. There is no need to impress anyone online, Uthman. Just cut it out. See how you'll get more time to do what is productive.
Please make dua Allah helps me to be stronger, Sheikh. And have the haya of Uthman radiallahu anhu.
That's what I like about you. You don't get aggressive or defensive, but you admit your wrongs. That's how a student should be, eh? Allah forgive you and make you a soldier of deen.
Mommy, I'm home and starving. Hello? Where's everyone? Shrimp face? Mommy? What's wrong? What happened? Ma? What? You slapped me. For what?
You knew what your sister was up to, but you never stopped her or told us. Why?
Not as if Dad would have bothered, right? He's cool with all that.
Yeah, and see where that got him.
What? I'll break that Khalid's crony bones.
Now is a bit too late for such violence, don't you think? You didn't tell us about her because she was covering up for you and your nonsense. Don't think I'm going to have double standards for my son and daughter. Maybe your father, but not me.
In later years, I would think about how my mom unexpectedly was the strongest and most calm in our family crisis. Although that slap stung worse because I had already made tawbah for my sins. I realized when you do a crime, you also have to sometimes pay for it. Allah forgives and forgets, but insan, hardly ever. The best we can do is make tawbah and work on improving ourselves and leave the rest to Allah. In His hands do the hearts of insan belong.
إلا من تاب وآمن وعمل عملا صالحا فأولئك
Except those who repent, have faith and good deeds.
فأولئك يبدل الله سيئاتهم حسنات
Those Allah will change their sins for good deeds.
وكان الله غفورا رحيما.
Certainly, Allah is most forgiving and most merciful.
Asma, Aisha, Osman, come down.
Gee, Daddy.
We're having a meeting. I called that boy's parents and your friend Fatima too. I spoke to her father.
Why did you call her? And what did you tell her father, Dad?
You said she was a witness, so I want her version of the story too. Her parents are also coming. She has to also face the consequences of her stupidity, of getting you involved. Did she influence you to do all this, Aisha? I know you wouldn't do things on your own just like that.
Umar, you shouldn't have done that. Now she will get into trouble with her parents, and her mother has a bad temper. Isn't your daughter old enough to know what's right and wrong? Don't blame others for your daughter.
I could practically see the wheels turning in Aisha's head. I knew somehow that whatever was going to happen next would not only change her fate, but us as a family forever. I felt I was at the edge of a cliff where the only option was to jump.
Hi, I'm Khalid's father.
Please come inside.
Where's that? Your son?
He didn't come. He's playing soccer. There's a league on tonight. If you got anything to say, say it to my face. My boy told me that your daughter tricked him into getting married.
He's lying. Khalid would never say that about me.
I was torn between wanting to slap my sister and wanting to comfort her too. She was in a really awful situation.
Hey, you want to phone him and ask him, girl?
And I saw her crumble before my eyes.
Anyways, he says that he can stick around in a marriage, but he can't just bring her home now. He wants to finish his studies first. Anyways, let us know. Alright, we'll see you. Bye.
Fatima and her family are here.
How dare you get me involved like this, Aisha? How could you ruin our trust like that?
How could you ruin our trust by allowing Aisha to go and make nikah without our permission? You're just as guilty.
Is that what you told them, Aisha?
Well, you didn't stop me, right? You helped me get a dress and everything.
What was wrong with Aisha? How could she try and shift the blame for her own stupidity?
Didn't stop you. Yes, I was wrong for being a witness. In my stupidity, I thought it was for fun and cool to be part of a secret like that. But didn't you tell your family about how I told you to stop talking to Khalid online? How you planned everything until you joined the maths tuition class he was in? Your parents couldn't see you sitting on the phone all the time. Did they think you were playing Candy Crush? You know what? I don't ever want to see your face again. Ever. I knew you from the time we were in grade 6. I never thought that our friendship would end because you're a psychopathic liar with no shame.
And that's when Aisha collapsed.
This is a CI Studios drama, produced and directed by Imran Ismail. CII thanks the cast of 313 Star Lane, Asma played by Nazreen Mia, Muallima by Sadia Asop, Aisha by Faiza Sheikhi, Khadija by Sahla Shahbuddin, Fatima by Tayyiba Wadi, Umar by A.B. Ali, Zaid by Tahmeen bin Sarkot, Uthman by Mudathir Hurzuk, and Ali is played by Nasheed artist Tariq Uwais Malinga.